All right, in case you missed it, the Lions benched Jerry Jacobs last game. We did a video about this, breaking it down and how beneficial it was for the defense. Instead of Jacobs, we played more traditional cornerbacks, and they settled the defense down, and the defense played really well. And it was more than just the Jerry Jacobs move, but getting more traditional corners in there is really good. Jerry Jacobs then goes to special teams. He actually gets injured, and they bring in other corners to replace him. And the Lions go ahead and they sign a new corner. Let's take a look at him here. Oh, that's some food. Stand by. Okay, here he is. He's a former Jets guy, an undrafted guy from 2018. Craig James is his name. And he's played some ball. And that's what I always look at these late season pickups, these practice squad guys. Have you at least played a little bit? Were you a starter at one point? Were you able to get in? And yes, so he spent most of his rookie season on the Minnesota Vikings practice squad before making 3 late season appearances on special teams. After getting cut, he goes to Philadelphia, where he would play for Dave Phipp. He would stay in Philly for 3 seasons, playing 18 games with 1 start. He was a key special teamer for the Eagles under Phipp's guidance, logging a total of 237 snaps, 5th most on the team. So there's the connection, right? That's why we signed him. Phipp's like, yep, I've worked with this guy. Love it. He was used as the gunner. This is huge because Jacobs was our main gunner, well, last week because he was taken out of the starting lineup. So he was used as a gunner. So it's interesting that Jacobs, and we're going to get to a little bit more about the Vikings game here in just a second, but this is a little sneaky little pickup. Traditional corner that can play special teams, has had some time on both special teams and defense. All right. Now, we still got Vildor. We still got Dorsey. Those are still our main corners outside of Cam Sutton, but it's nice to have some more options there. Now, as we look and move towards the Vikings game, here's what's interesting. And I think we're kind of missing this is kind of Lions pass offense versus the Vikings pass defense. And there's been a misconception, I think, especially with me, is like, man, Goff's been struggling, this and that. And if you look down and they right in this middle column in the red or in the green with the red here, Merry Christmas, by the way, with this Christmas colors, you can see that the Lions, if you really had to break it down, really have been really good, other than the Bears and Ravens have truly had the Detroit Lions number. Otherwise, the Lions pass offense has been largely effective. And so our offense is good. Jared Goff is good. The mystery with Jared Goff will be, I think I finally figured it out, is that he's good, but he has games every once in a while where it's so bad that you're just like, what? It's mind-boggling how bad it is. Can't throw a spiral, can't throw it past 15 yards, and you're just so confused because it's like, dude, I get bad games and I get not winning. Hello, we're not gonna win every single game, but there are games when it just seems like he's terrible. But okay, fine. If he's gonna be terrible in 2 games out of all these, that's totally fine. Love it. So the Lions pass offense, I feel good about this. I don't ever want to put too much stock into the weather, into the on the road and stuff, but it just is a real thing with Goff. It just really is. So when you look at him on the road at the Ravens struggle, on the road at the where were we just last where really struggled? Oh, Bears. It's like, come on. So we're indoors, Vikings, crowd's going to be a factor. No doubt. They're still fighting for their playoff lives, but come on. I feel good about Goff being there. And our offense is what has to drive us. We know that. So let's look here at another stat as we go into this game. The Lions run offense versus the Vikings run defense. Now, if you noticed up ahead, the Vikings pass defense good, run defense good. They're good defensively. Ben Johnson talked about their defensive coordinator really switches things up, is strong in the red zone. He said that people in the red zone usually do an all-out blitz or an all-out coverage, but their defensive coordinator takes it to the extreme. He is an all-out blitz. Like, you cannot block everybody crazy, or he drops like 9 guys and rushes 2. So something they have to be aware of, something they have to account for. But if the Lions can run the ball, It's just the age old thing. They will be in great shape. So love what the Lions can do offensively when they run the ball, and look at what they've been doing lately running the ball. Remember when the Lions couldn't get past 100 yards in a game? I mean, I remember that. It seemed like forever. We could never eclipse 100 yards. Now do it all the time. All the time. 185 last week, 140 even in a loss to the Bears, 142. I mean, just even when they're losing, just just running the ball. Love it. All right, another thing I think I want to look at here. We go down is player to watch. Panay Sewell has a ridiculous 93.4 run block grade, which is well ahead of the next best offensive tackle. Paired with Graham Glasgow on that right side, it's no surprise that the Lions do a ton of work on that side of the line. Love that. Love seeing that. My confidence in the Lions rushing attack is sky high right now, even against a formidable defense like Minnesota's. I think the Vikings run defense is a little worse than their DVOA, and it's hard to refute the raw numbers in that chart. So I agree with this. I think the run game, the Lions are elite. You've got two elite backs. That's right. I said it. Elite. I just think Montgomery is fast and physical. He's faster than we realize because we're so obsessed with Gibbs. And then Gibbs is really figuring it out. And he's one little pop away from taking it at any given time. And really, he has not taken one the distance. And it just feels like it's only a matter of time before he does. And we haven't been able to say that about a Lions running back in a long time. Usually it's like, well, I don't know. I don't think he can take it the whole distance. This is like, yeah, this dude can take it if he's given the opportunity. Love that. Vikings pass offense, not great. Special, I mean, come on, with Nick Mullins. Like, this is where the defense just has to play it safe, it would be the word. And we don't even have to look at the stats because the Viking stats are all jacked up. So are the Lions, really, on the defensive side of the ball. But I think keep everything in front of you. Don't let Jefferson go crazy. Make Nick Mullins beat you. I don't like the all out pressures or like the zero coverages. Not that we do this a lot, or man to man, where it's like he has no other choice. He doesn't have to read anything. You just throw it up. He knows it's one on one. Like, switch in zone a lot. Make him read coverages. Make him try to understand what's going on. And he's going to throw it and he's going to make mistakes. That's when the Lions have to capture or take advantage of those mistakes. Interceptions, turnovers have to be there. If they are, the Lions win this. Comes down to running the ball, which we can do. Don't turn the ball over. Get a couple turnovers off of Mullins, and the Lions are the division champs for the first time in forever. Let's go. I mean, come on. Let's go. Let me know your thoughts. We'll see you on the next one.